All right, let's talk about finding a great dog trainer right here in Lombard, Illinois. My goal here is to give you a clear, simple path to finding the perfect fit for you and your dog. I mean, think about it. You want those nice, calm walks on the prairie path, right? Or to just hang out at Leash Park without any stress. That's really what good training is all about. It lets you and your dog enjoy all the great spots Lombard has to offer together. Okay, so where do you even start? Well, the very first thing you need to look at, the absolute foundation, is a trainer's philosophy. This is all about how they teach your dog. You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. And for good reason. It's really the gold standard for modern, effective training. All it means is rewarding the behavior you want to see. It's not just about teaching sit or stay. It's about building up your dog's confidence and making learning fun for both of you. When you're looking at different methods, it pretty much boils down to this choice. On one side, you've got these reward-based methods that build trust and make your dog feel secure. And on the other side, you have methods that use fear or intimidation or even pain. You really want to steer clear of those because they can actually create new behavior problems and seriously damage that bond you have with your dog. So how can you be sure a trainer's actually using these positive methods? Look for certifications. These letters after their name aren't just for show. They mean the trainer has passed tough exams and they're committed to keeping their skills up to date. The first two, CPDT-KA and KPA-CTP, are fantastic for all-around training. Now, if you see IABC-CDBC, that tells you you're looking at a specialist who can help with more complex stuff, like serious anxiety or aggression. All right, so you've found some trainers who use the right philosophy. The next piece of the puzzle is figuring out which type of training program is the right fit for your dog, your goals, and your life. You've got a few main options. Group classes? They're great for socialization and learning to focus with other dogs around. Private lessons are all about that one-on-one attention for very specific goals. In-home training is super useful because it tackles problems right where they happen, like barking at the mailman or jumping on visitors. And then there's board and train. It's an immersive option, but you have to be really careful and do your homework on the facility and their methods. And of course, we have to talk about cost. This chart gives you a pretty good idea of what to expect for different training services right here in the Lombard and DuPage County area. You can see a 6-week group class is going to be a few $100s, while something like a board and train program is a much bigger financial commitment. This should help you get a realistic budget in mind right from the get-go. Okay, you've done your research. You've got a short list of trainers who seem right based on their philosophy, the format, and your budget. Now it's time to actually talk to them. Here's a checklist of what you absolutely need to ask. These 5 questions are your key to making a great choice. First, you're asking about their philosophy to make sure it aligns with what we just talked about. Second, you're verifying their credentials. Third, and this is a big one, you're asking how they'll customize the training for your dog and your life. Fourth, how will you know if it's working? You need to know how they track progress. And finally, get the money stuff sorted out up front. Total cost, what's included, and their cancellation policy. No surprises. Okay, let's bring all of this training back into your everyday life right here in Lombard. Because being a great dog owner also means knowing the local rules of the road, so to speak. Here is a number you absolutely need to remember: 10 feet. That is the maximum leash length allowed by law here in Lombard and across DuPage County anytime your dog is off your property. So let's recap the big ones. Your dog always has to be on a leash, and that leash can't be longer than 10 feet. They need to be wearing their current rabies tag at all times. And it's good to note that constant excessive barking can actually be considered a public nuisance. You can see how good training helps you stay on the right side of all these rules. So you've got the rules down, you're working with a trainer. Now for the fun part. Where can you go to practice all these new skills in the real world? Lombard and the area around it have some fantastic spots. The dog park at Lombard Commons is the perfect place to work on that come when called command in a safe, fenced area. The Great Western Trail, it's ideal for practicing polite leash walking with all kinds of distractions, from bikers to other dogs. And if you want to really challenge your dog's focus, take a trip to the Morton Arboretum. So many new sights and smells, it's an amazing training environment. Look, all the effort you put into finding a great trainer and practicing these skills really does pay off every single day. It means you're not stressed when the doorbell rings. It means you can have friends over without chaos. It means you can get out and explore this amazing community together. Having that well-behaved dog just makes every part of your life in Lombard that much better. I wish you the best of luck on your training journey.